Calne Town Council have produced a first-class illustrated brochure, a journey through the history and arts heritage of Calne. Each location is fully described with a map explaining how you can follow the suggested route. The brochure suggests starting from the pop-up park. This is a really attractive place to meet up. From the park, go to the lower exit of the park, but don't cross the bridge on the left, but continue on the path when you will arrive at the first stop, the Head. The Head, with Calne Library in the background. The sculpture was created by Rick Kirby. It was the winning entry in the Millennium competition initiated by the Mayor of Calne. The meaning of the sculpture is fully explained in the brochure. Calne is fortunate in having many first-class public works of art. The award-winning library is a work of art in itself, certainly a grand feature of the town. Leading up to the library entrance is a long curved stretch of paving in the form of a leaf. It's made from dark grey and white granite sets. Within the leaf shape, ceramic images of plant and leaf forms have been included. These are intended to reinforce the nutritional importance of photosynthesis and the growth that follows. At the library entrance is the bronze relief head. The head is surrounded by a star shape representing the sun. It's doubtful that many visiting the library stop to read the rather small plaque near the bronze head, so it's printed here for your interest. When you are next near the library, do pause and have a look at this wonderful creation. From the library, go up the street bearing right into the now pedestrianised High Street. At the top you reach Phelps Parade on the right. Here you can't fail to see Calne's famous Sculpture of the Pigs by local artist Richard Cowdy. These reflect Calne's long history with the bacon industry and the Harris Company. Amazingly, the pigs were stolen in October 2017. Luckily, they were soon recovered and reinstalled in their place of honour. Walk through Phelps Parade, cross the road to the plaza in front of Sainsbury's supermarket. Here you will find a sculpture of sheep made in bronze. It depicts a mother sheep with her lamb. It was created by Richard Cowdy to commemorate the fact that Calne was once a wool town. It was erected in May 2008. Observe the overall design of the plaza. On the circular design in front of the supermarket entrance, There is a small circle with inscriptions that are barely visible these days. With a bit of computer wizardry, here are the words. It's surrounded by a pattern of bricks reminiscent of the corn circles which often appear in the Wiltshire fields. Exit the plaza and follow the Pippin down past the pop-up park. In front of you will be visible sideways on Mrs. Guthrie's Children's Hospital. This was founded by Mrs. Guthrie, the wife of the Vicar of Calne in 1856-1865. Here is a front view, but still cut off by a high fence. Cross over Abbot Brook, which joins the River Marden at this point by the narrow bridge. Note the plaque to Joseph Priestley, who discovered oxygen while staying with Lord Lansdowne in 1772-1779. Just before you reach Mill Street, you can see where the River Marden passes under the watermill on the right. Turn right into Mill Street and you will see the Old Mill. This is now a private house. This was a corn mill and in its latter days owned by C&T Harris. It closed in 1966. Now walk towards Proclamation Steps. As its name suggests, is where significant events were proclaimed by a man with a loud voice, the town crier. From Proclamation Steps, continue a short distance, turning left into this cobbled path. This leads into Church Street. The red house is Church House, and the blue plaque gives some details of its past. Go up the path to the west door of St Mary's Church. The church has a very long history, and the brochure gives some details. Turning to your right, continue around the church. On the side of the south porch, spot the stone relief of a horse and inscription panels. These relate to Boswell's tomb. Inverton Boswell was the king of the gypsies, who died in 1774 and is buried in the churchyard. From the main church door, return to Church Street down the stepped path. Further along Church Street, turn left into Kingsbury Street. Here you will pass the ancient almshouses on your right. The brochure gives some details of these dwellings that have been modified and are still occupied by older folk. Pause to view the panel over the main door. At the end of Kingsbury Street, you will come to the Green. This was once the original town centre. Number 30 the Green, shown, was the very first St Mary's School. The attached two houses were later added to the first schoolhouse. To the right, across the road, is the old weaver's house. Location 11 is 19 the Green. Joseph Priestley lived here for 2 years, in 1773 to 1775. At the top of the green, on the right, is the original John Bentley School. Approach closer and note the modern sculpture. This is another view of the school, built in 1829. Turn right into Church Street. Look up and note the other side of the old school. Further down Church Street, right opposite the church is Bentley House. Church Street meets the A4 at the traffic lights. This is right opposite the Town Hall and the ancient Lansdowne Strand Hotel. We've been following the basic route of the Town Council brochure, and this is the end of the video, part 1. In part 2 of the video, we'll cross the A4 and visit locations 14 to 19 mentioned in the attractive brochure.